Hello, and welcome to Grug Gaming, and welcome back to our Let's Play of Starfield. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been around, thanks for watching. We are starting here on this start screen, this pause screen, because I made a mistake. So last episode, when we wrapped up, I'd been thinking to myself, like, hey, I've got all these resources in our inventory. I figured out if we go to the ship, we can actually look at its cargo hold, and we can transfer stuff into the cargo hold. So what I did was I ran over to the ship, and I wanted to unload a bunch of my resources. You can see we've got 213 of the cargo hold is full of resources, because I wanted to have our inventory slimmed down so we could pick up things and not have to worry as much. But in doing that, when I walked out of the ship, suddenly an event happened. Now, luckily I had just saved, so I was able to stop it and go like, whoa, I don't want to see this. I want to see this with everybody else. So, that is where we are jumping in. Also, look at our ship. Continues to be pretty cool. But we need to do some ship upgrades at some point. But, so that is what I did, is I said, oh, no. Grug does not want to see this. And I paused it. So, we are jumping back in. And we are just at our ship. That we had last episode, we just finished kind of getting into Constellation, being officially entered into it, and meeting some of the rest of the Constellation crew there. We need to go back and talk to them a lot. We looked around the Constellation base, but right now we're at our ship in the spaceport, and there's somebody down here at the bottom of the ramp. Remember, we took a specific perk.
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera! I can't believe it! Is it you? Is it really, really you? Captain of the frontier, bane of the fleet, Constellation's shining star of stars.
He looks exactly the same. Well, almost. You know, he looked close enough to his image from Oblivion. It's great. I'm gonna say that Bane of the Fleet.
Oh, don't be so modest. It was all over SSNN. Lone miner tames the Crimson Fleet, saves a member of Constellation, and steals the hearts of millions. No, trillions! And now you're standing here next to me? Oh, it really is you, right?
I guess that's me.
Then the day is truly blessed. Because for a moment, I wasn't sure if you were real or just another hallucination. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think, I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be.
You changed your routine?
Oh, yes. Normally I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and stuffing my face with chunks. But after being inspired by your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real. By the light of Polaris, it must be fate.
Huh. Well, I get this is clearly destiny then, sir.
I know, right? And you can try to fight destiny, but you probably aren't going to win. Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just about anything, even theoretical concepts. But why would you, in this case? Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero. Of course you do. Lead the way.
So, we can... let's bring him on. He can weightlift, he can conceal, and he can scavenge. Let's bring him. Welcome to the board, to the team.
You won't be disappointed.
You're on the frontier. Here we go. I don't know what essential means. We need to look that up. So, it said that assigning him would make him essential. But I don't understand what that means. So, I'm just going to look this up. Just because it's a, you know what? I wonder if that makes him... Oh, if he's essential... I wonder. So I couldn't find it real quick, and I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on it. I wonder if that's like when, like the named characters would go down in Oblivion or Fallout 4 or anything like that, and then they would only get knocked out. They could never die. I wonder if that's it. So... He has been assigned to the Frontier spaceship. He has scavenging, concealment, and weightlifting 2. Well, let's see what weightlifting 2 and concealment are. Is he just going to go do his job now?
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
What's he doing? He's checking the temperatures. Good job. Alright, so... Man, that's just great. So we've lightened our load. We're going to keep going. Another thing that popped up while we're talking about it is I noticed an activity showed up while I was walking back here. And it said, see your parents at Pioneer Tower. So remember, we took another trait that was like, hey, your parents are alive and you can visit them. But we have to, some of our money goes to them. Which I'm fine with giving up a little bit of money. So we're going to head towards Pioneer Tower, which is in the residential district, and I want to try the fast travel. So fast travel to there. We haven't been fast traveling. We've been spending a lot of time walking around, and I want to see if maybe we can't do a little more fast traveling when we need to. Because we've been all over this city at this point, right? Like we have been into almost every nook and cranny of this city. So we want to go this way. So they're in Pioneer Tower. Let's find out what it means to be able to visit our parents as a player. Let's figure out how to aim the reticle at the right part of the screen. Alright. So we go up here. So how many apartments are in here? One? Oh no, there's multiple. This is not a usable door. Oh, this just loops around. Okay. Hello. Let's see what my parents look like in this game.
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right?
Well, a couple things have happened. Better than all right. I'm working for Constellation now.
Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
Aww. Let's see here. You knew about Constellation? I never heard you talk about it.
Well, I know what I've read about in the news. The explorers. Years ago, there was a stretch where Constellation was in fashion. People would gossip about them all the time. I must say it's been a while since I've heard anything about them, though. Glad to know they're still around.
Well, you're making me blush.
Hey, if I don't get to sing your praises as much as I like, no one can. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
All right. So now we get to see that my dad just likes to sit down and my mom likes to just stand awkwardly in the middle of the room. All right, well, I assume here's the family bathroom. Looking good. What does this say? Wait. What's really cool is if I can put my weapons away, I can zoom in. If I'm drinking from this mug, then walk away. Got it. Let's put the gun away. I'm at home. So I'm assuming this is the parents' room. Looks pretty well. They got a little duck. They got a cool-looking motorcycle thing. Let's check out what my room looks like. Well, actually, it's not bad. It's barely a mess. I do like the football, apparently.
Regina, the president of...
A note from Mom. I patched up your old high school backpack. Good as new. There's so many pockets in there. One of them had an old apple, and well, it's clean now. I know you're all grown up, but the backpack is the best storage on the market. Maybe you could use it with Argos. If not, let me know and I'll donate it. Love, Mom. Wait, what is... Extra capacity? Wait a minute. That would be awesome. Hold on. So I can carry 135. And what's my backpack give me? 145. It's extra 10. Aw, that's cool. Thanks, Mom. I'll take my old backpack with me. It doesn't have a jump pack, though. I wonder if we could add jump pack capability to the old backpack. We got to get that stored in the locker back on the ship. Oh, plushy... Plussy Parspooch. The Illuminati. There. They are talking about some stuff. Oh, I messed up my room. Looking to see if there's anything else in here that's cool. A toy space shuttle, The Orchid Merchant, and Great Expectations are the two books. Alright, well, let's come back here and say hello. So we're visiting.
There's just so much to do in New Atlantis. I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day.
Aww.
So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life?
Oh, Lord.
With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
Oh, Lordy. Nothing to report yet, Mom.
You know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now. I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
Oh. I really appreciate it.
Don't bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
What are you doing these days?
Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though.
Any gossip?
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Galbank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation.
You ever considering moving someplace cheaper? New Atlantis is pricey.
Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, we still couldn't afford it. But with what you send home, well, we get by. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis is just so full of culture and life. You're
Where's
welcome
the tissue
anytime.
paper?
And I mean
I knew where it was.
anytime.
Top shelf of the pantry. But it's not there anymore. How do you expect me to know where anything is if you keep moving them all the time?
This is the worst. Just a passive-aggressive parental argument.
I've got lifetimes worth of books and videos to occupy me.
Just
So don't
There's
worry about
Silence
me.
of the Sands.
terrible.
Well,
All right.
I made a
I
suggestion.
still can't believe it.
You make
Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic almost. How is it for real? You liking it?
I'm still wrapping my head around being invited to join, honestly.
It's funny how you can live years where the days all blend together. But then out of the blue, whammo, everything's different. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. Could have had some cake.
Well, let's see here. How about, yeah, you always told me life is a classroom, so it looks like you'll never retire.
Look at that smart mouth. Where on earth could you have gotten that from? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
Oh no, I don't want to do that. You guys need anything?
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know.
How are things going?
Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the class from. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind.
Any plans?
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out.
All right.
Stay as long as you like.
Well, let's look around the house one more time here. I did see something crazy over here I thought was kind of neat. First of all, this is not it. This is just... That's just weird decoration. Look down here, though.
What?
They got an old Apple computer.
flamenco.
They have an old Apple computer.
Or we could do salsa.
I told you, my left feet have
Hey, I found the
left feet.
tissues.
The activity will do you good.
Let's see here.
But dancing?
Nothing in the
Could
fridge.
I don't know, do...
Oh, yes.
Wow, they
Anything.
are,
All right.
Oh, wow, I could buy all this stuff
Dancing it is,
for crafting.
but something beginner-friendly.
Let's,
Like fit for a toddler.
let's take the tea. I don't need the glass. Since it's a crafting component, and we'll grab this coffee. Look at that, we got away with some stuff. What is this? A quick boil coffee brewer. Fancy. Looking good. Hey, wait a minute. I just wondered. Can you
Just
do the
so
old
you know,
grab
your
and
mother's
pull?
missed you,
No.
like a lot.
This wine decanter don't have no wine in it. Well, that's fine. Good to see you guys. Let me grab this fruit as well. Thank you. And I think that'll
Sandra
do it
contacted
for me
me
here today.
again.
Oh, look.
Ugh,
They got a
They
fake.
still want you to consult, don't they?
They got a
they are
fake
not
outdoors.
used to anyone saying no.
Okay. Well, I think that's everything. It was good to see them. We got to come hello. We got to pick up this backpack, which is pretty cool. So, let's head out. That was pretty neat. I liked it. That was a fun little thing to have going on. The fact that we send money back to them, that is really cool. And they have this fancy place they can come downstairs and eat at. You gotta love it. We're going to fast travel back to... Where's my ship? Somewhere over here. New Atlantis. Yeah, there's my ship. Let's fast travel back to the ship real quick. Now that we know how to fast travel, now that I figured it out, we'll get up. I'm going to put my backpack in my locker. So let's go here, in packs, and put this in the locker. And then we have this tea. Can we make anything with it? Alien sandwiches, ham and cheese, nothing new there. That's okay. Let's grab this coffee bag, however. And this Harvest White. Let's grab this food items, why not? What's that? Anything you can do up there? Ready to brew. Oh, it's a coffee maker. Okay. It's like, what am I looking at? Grab this meal pack.
It's
Oh!
my second favorite thing in the galaxy. Next to reading about you.
Hey!
I'm in the mood for a mocha macchiato. How about you?
Oh. The adoring fan loves coffee. Great. Where is the robot? Is he just not on the ship? Weird. Okay. One last thing to check here. I know I keep saying, one last thing. And we'll get back onto the world. But again, we need to find argon, tetrafluorides, and metabolic agent. Very soon, I think we'll get down to doing something with that. But
Yes,
now,
my captain.
do you have anything to
It
say?
must be great to be able to see yourself whenever you want. I bet your whole house is full of mirrors.
Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
I don't mind. Why would I? That would be a tragedy.
Can you tell me anything about yourself?
Oh, I'm not that interesting. I like coffee, I like tea, and I like worshipping the ground you walk on. Well, you technically don't walk. Angels tend to glide.
How do you know so much about me?
Well, for one, your triumph on Vectera was all over the news. But I believe that's only the beginning. The first chapter in a 437-book anthology documenting your greatness. It's only a
Great.
matter of time before they start writing it. I'll be counting the seconds until they do. 1001, 1002.
I don't want to do any kind of relationship with the character. We need to talk about your fandom? Nah, we don't. I don't have any more questions right now.
Of course. I'm sure you have all the answers already.
I think, though, I'd like him to go with me, as opposed to the other guy.
Yes! How close should I follow you? 2 meters behind? 1 meter? Less than 1 meter? I just want to make sure you've got enough space. Emotionally.
Let's have him keep his distance.
Okay. You won't even know I'm here.
Perfect. So we got him following us now, which is great. We do need to get him decked out in some better gear, so I think that'll be on our list of things to do. One last thing I'm going to do here on the ship is let's put all of these items that we just picked up. Put this sandwich in there, this chicken, this ramen. Again, we want it all in the ship's storage, not ours, is the plan. Anything in miscellaneous? Just here, this wine glass. Oh, no. What would it be in? Resources, maybe? Is that where the tea is? Aha! Yeah, put all this tea and coffee and everything here in the old ship storage, and let's go.
New Atlantis is the best place for coffee and sweets.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Good. Alright. Are they both going to follow me right now, or just my buddy? Just my buddy. Great. Alright, well, we'll get him decked out eventually here. As we tromp along in our boots. We'll bring him along. Alright, I think it is time for us to go ahead and make our way back to... Well, I think that's the next mission, right? Is to talk with Sarah. Oh, speaking with Kelton Frush again. Well, goodness gracious. Our scientist man has more to say. I guess we better talk to him. He is in the Mast District. Adoring Fan, get out of the way. The Lodge. Mast. Yes, travel there. Alright, let's go see what our buddy has to say.
Gorgeous weather today.
Quiet, Avery.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again.
Ah!
Your timing is most fortuitous. I'm on the verge of something, but I don't quite have all the information I need.
Well, I'm always here to help, Kelton.
You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Truly. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect, but it's much simpler. They're listening.
I don't understand what that means.
It means it is ready to reproduce. I believe this tree is sending vibrations out over massive distances and expecting to detect sympathetic vibrations in return. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change, that a response is impossible, and that's very, very bad news.
Well, define bad news.
We're continuing to see an increase in the strength and frequency of the vibrations. I don't know how much more significant it will become. If there's no response, the tree may vibrate itself and some nearby portion of the city to destruction.
Is this like the
Now,
Vulcan thing?
As of yet, there has been no response. And clearly, none of the nearby individuals are a correct match. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these messages was cut down during the city's expansion, there is one other possibility. Over 100 years ago, the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective emerged from the Narian War. As a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near-literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis, was offered to the leaders of Aquila City.
Ah, that seems like a nice gesture.
Nice. Short-sighted and ill-advised, in my opinion. Of course, you can't just uproot a native species and plunk it down on some other planet in a totally different environment and expect it to grow. Clearly, no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. The end result was wholly predictable. The tree died within a few short years.
So, that's a dead end, pardon the pun.
Clever, but no, not necessarily. The tree died, yes, but branches were kept. At least one still exists in the museum there in the city. If I had that branch, I could get DNA samples, and then using various data I've gathered, I could attempt to simulate a response. We could then broadcast that response and hopefully calm down our friend here. But as I say, I need that branch.
I'll be back with it as soon as I can.
I knew you would understand. The museum in Aquila City is under the supervision of one Miss Kastler, I'm told. I don't know anything about her, but hopefully she'll be willing to listen to reason and assist our cause. All right, off you go. We don't have any time to waste.
All right, I will see you back here in 20 to 30 hours. Just keep the tree busy. Because it'll be a little bit of time. All right. Start an outpost, talk to Well about quarters. Retrieve Ricardo Bosch's slate, accept a cargo mission. All right, we are back to the old neighborhood. Talk to Sarah. All right, let's head back to the lodge. Over this way. Pretty far away, but oh well. What is this? It's just more statues. Okay. Are you coming, fan? Oh, he's coming. He's trying. He's trying so hard. Come on, buddy. Figure it out. I love the way he runs. Oh, no.
This is history. Would you look at this?
I assumed it was all right to let your parents in here, but maybe they shouldn't stay for long.
Okay, I guess we have to have a
I'm planning a
conversation.
grocery run later. I get some things you like.
Good.
The money you sent home? Well, it means a lot. To both of us. I hope you don't mind, but I figured the lodge was just a gnat stop away. I just had to see it.
Oh, this place is everything I imagined. Do you know I dreamt of joining Constellation when I was a girl?
You wanted to be in Constellation?
I have some vids of when I was 12 in my Constellation Halloween outfit. So embarrassing. But I found space so fascinating that there is still so much we don't know. I guess I still find it that way.
You have hidden depths, Mom.
I don't know if I go that far. But I'll let your father talk before he bursts.
I was playing poker with the Dean of Engineering, and he had this collectible revolver framed. And when he heard you were in Constellation, well, we worked together to get the piece clean and restored. She fires beautifully now. We, took turns sighting it at the range.
I swear, your father was acting like a school kid.
As I was saying, may I present to you Sir Malcolm Livingston's personal sidearm. All the special modifications just as he left him. He was chair of Constellation about 50 years ago. Anyway, it's yours.
Oh, wow! I don't know what to say. I'll treasure
I
it.
hope it keeps you safe. If not, maybe get a good place for it on a mantle. Well, we'll let you get back to it, but, Miss Noel said we could look around a little first.
Okay.
Ms. Noel, would it be all right if I brought cookies next time?
Actually, Mr. Cookies. What type?
I make a mean snickerdoodle.
Yes, I think that would be quite alright.
Well, holy moly. This is just turning out awesome. So what do we get? What's this? Sir Livingston's pistol. Ah, it's a 45 ACP large magazine, high velocity. Uses 45 though, so we'll have to look around for some of that ammo. That will be the biggest thing. Let's go ahead and let's assign this to our pistol slot. And then let's put the Furious Eon in the other pistol slot. There we go. Alright, we have to talk to Noel.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
Okay.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noel. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Hey, no problem. I had to disappear for a while, meet my parents, you know, crazy day. Let's see here. How long have you been working on all of this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
How about the vision I saw? What do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Let's see. This wasn't random synapses firing, it means something. I'm the protagonist.
Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
Okay. You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Okay. How will that help?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Well, heck, I'm in. I have some organic resources for you.
Anything I can learn from is a help.
What do I have? Oh, okay. So maybe when I get organics off creatures, I sell them to her. What other types of exploration work do we do, besides the artifacts?
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
And then Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
Oh, good.
Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Such a quiet tour. Sorry, didn't mean to knock you off your path. Weird audio.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Alright, which one will be mine? Which of these? If I get the room with the closet with the mop in it, I'm going to be upset. You better turn. Thank you. It's going to be the farthest back room. Nope, we're going straight. Here?
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Alright, so this is my room officially. Not bad. Now we know. Is there any storage in here? Oh, hey, it's the case your watch comes in. There is a safe. I can put storage in here. How much space? This has an unlimited amount of space. Got it. Cool. So we know that's here, which is good. Have a storage locker. I like it. So let's head back. Now that we know. That's handy. Let's see, who else? Let's talk to Walter.
Lately, I find myself spending more and more time here. Business has appealed to me, but this is exciting.
Oh, good.
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
All right. What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos star yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
Nope. No, let's not be a jerk. Let's be pretty nice to people. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
Cool. What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
And this isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home as much as anywhere else. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I want to check something. So we don't have any resources on us. But if we go down here to do something, does it act like we do? Like if we go here. So yes, it acts like we have everything in our ship's cargo on us when we go to build things. So that's good. Because that means that we don't have to haul stuff back and forth from here to the ship, from here to the ship. I was worried that would be the case. He's just staring at what we were doing. That's great. Let's go talk to Mateo, and then Sarah.
You never expected to end up involved in something like this.
No, I didn't, buddy.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
Good. What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
Let's see here. If it meant something, I didn't understand it. Or I know it's important. I can feel it.
It has to be, right? All of this is connected. We just need to figure out how and why. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data, which means more artifacts.
And did the artifacts all come out of caves?
The second one was on Kazal, buried, the same as the one you found. But the first one, Right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Wow.
Take care of yourself.
Okay.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, Sarah, let's have that talk.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
Well, let's ask some questions. What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
I just realized, like, the back of that chair, it's got faces on it, and they're, like, shouting. It would be so great to have speakers built into those. I'm just saying. Alright, what is Constellation? What do we do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Well, I'm ready.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
The UC Vanguard? I'm one of those. Or, ooh, other people have the artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
And then the UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space.
I mean, I am a member.
They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
Good. A chance to learn more about the United Colonies.
Jumping to anthropology on me already? Oh, well, good. We all need our own reasons to be out there. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Oh. So it'll be locked as your follower if you continue. Let's just do it. That's fine. With the adoring fan, we can always up later. Got it. Actually, there's some things I want to do on my own first. What do I get out of this anyway? Constellation have a salary? Let's bring her along. That's fine. Come on.
My contact is John Tuala. I believe you've already met. Runs the Vanguard recruiting office. He sent word that there's a Vanguard in the Sol system who picked up an item recently. Unusual metallic construction. Sound familiar? His name is Moara. We'll need to head over to Mars and see if anyone knows where he is. I'm sure the local bartenders there must know something.
All right. Let's catch up when you return. I can't imagine it'll be more than a minute or two.
Alright, so what happens to our buddy here?
Are the greatest. How can I be of service, oh great and mighty hero?
I don't. I guess he'll just wait here,
Let me know if you want to talk some more.
since she's my companion. Or will he stay on my ship? So, how do I look at the crew? Why? Oh, so I've got all three. Got it. So she stays with me. Those two are on the ship. She is... Well, yeah, this'll work. This'll work just fine. So we got her along. We've got this. We're at about an hour. I think what we do... Let's get back out to New Atlantis. We've got a crew. We've got a mission. We don't have anything else on this planet that I'm aware of. Late Bloomer is... Speak to Leia Kassler in some other planet. We gotta go to Cydonia. We've got grunt work. These are all off-planet, off-planet, off... All this stuff is off-planet, I think, except for doing craft or modify an item. I think what I want to do is, before we leave... You know, before we go gallivanting off into the... Oh, settle down, lady. Before we head off into the wild unknown of space, I think what I would like to do... Whoa. Is... Find my spaceship. Where is it? Out of the way. New Atlanta. The frontier. Okay, let's fast travel here. I think what we're going to do is, when we start next episode, instead of just going out
Cycled air.
and about,
Just isn't the same as the real thing.
what I will do is, I want to adventure on the planet, and I want to try doing some scanning. I want to try all of
How
that.
can I be of service, Captain?
Quiet, you. That's what we'll be doing next episode. So, we'll pick that up. Of course, it's nighttime out. Why wouldn't it be? What we'll do, though, is... I keep mumbling to myself. I'm sorry. We'll check out the planet next episode. So until then, I'm going to say, thanks for watching. Please tell your friends. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, we hope to see you soon.